got snow and ice, and
Yep.
she fell. She's 78, she fell, and she was very small, she laid out there, she got hypothermia, she was just brain
Oh my
damage.
God.
So my mom is just really
Needs to
stressed.
go
I
and
said,
see.
you know what, Mom, let's just take a long weekend.
Motion to exit?
Okay? I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Is there action?
No action.
Okay. Am I good?
Ready?
You are all set.
My last piece, as you know, April is Child Abuse and Neglect Awareness Month, and you have a form before you sometime today. We want to pinwheels for representing children that have been abused and neglected in Portage. And so our levy committee created these masks. It says Portage County has a pinwheel on it as a fundraiser for our levy, so I wanted to offer all of you a mask. So I'm gonna leave them behind.
Is
And
it a
thank,
fundraiser?
it was a fundraiser for the levy, but I paid on your behalf, so this is my gift to all of you. So there's a pinwheel on it, all right? Thank you so much. Have a good
All
day.
right, thank you.
Bye-bye, have a good one.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry I was too loud out there yakking. You know, I'm figuring this out as I go. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, so I was able to produce the expenditure review, which covers resolutions 1 through 4. And then the other two items on there are the appropriation modifications for both the general and non-general fund. And everything's fairly straightforward unless you have any specific questions.
Now, do you have anything on the general funds that you want to add for those ones, Steve?
I can.
Or you want to, well, we'll go through, how about we do 1 through 4 and then we'll
Yeah.
get to those.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about that? Okay, go ahead.
Move the Board of Commissioners agrees to approve the Thursday, April 8, 2021 bills, ACH payments as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
It's moved by the Board of Commissioners agrees to approve the Thursday, April 8, 2021 wire transfer for the health benefits as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
It's moved the Board of Commissioners agrees to approve the Thursday, April 8, 2021 journal vouchers as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
It's moved the Board of Commissioners agrees to approve the Thursday, April 8, 2021 then and now certification as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes. Okay, number
Okay.
5, Dave?
Okay, and I wanted to say, I have to do a shout out to Maureen and Kate from the auditor's office. They've been very helpful in pulling all this documentation and giving me a little time to review it and get this thing prepared. So
You're
it's-
helping a lot.
they're gonna move up their deadlines a little bit on submission, which will give me a little more time
Okay.
to check this stuff out, and that's a good thing. So, okay, number 5 is the general fund, and the general fund was just actually a transfer in the common police court of $10,000 from materials and supplies to contractual services, and then internal services, $75,000. That's actually part of the plan to acquire new PCs, and that's, I think these are I talked to Joanne this morning, and those are primarily going to the courts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Tony, on number 5?
The Board of Commissioners agrees to amend the general fund 2021 annual appropriation resolution 20-0802 adopted December 17, 2020.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Okay, and then on the non-general fund, I'll pass up the sheriff for a second and talk about delinquent care and custody is just some more housekeeping. I mean, they're just getting their appropriations in place where they need them for the rest of the year. In the case of the sheriff, the commissary fund is a separate fund that's from the inmates. So they are hiring an additional staff member, I believe, on the personnel services. And then the contractual services capital outlay, the capital outlay is primarily they're acquiring 2 vehicles and they're getting rid of 2 vehicles. So I talked to Ron about that, or I actually exchanged emails with Ron this morning on that. And then their fund is relatively small supplemental appropriations within their resources.
What is the donation fund that, it says DARE?
That's for, that, they had the DARE program, and apparently they're phasing that out, but there's still money in there, so they're using that for contract, services and materials and supplies. I think there's probably a couple $1,000s more in that fund, but they're just, you know, spending the money as they are legally entitled to do in that fund.
Okay, Rick? Board of Commissioners agrees to amend the non-general fund 2021 annual appropriation resolution number 20-0803 adopted December 17, 2020.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Mayor.
Thank you,
Certainly.
sir.
Thank you. There she comes.
Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning, y'all. How are we today?
Good.
Great.
With this weather, how can we not be good?
Well, I was just gonna say,
Later.
I feel like it's been a full moon almost every day
I know.
because of the things that have gone on, but I'm taking the weather because
Yes,
we need to look at something positive.
absolutely.
Alrighty, I have, first thing that was on my agenda was the, job description. And since we couldn't meet last week, it's normally like a two-step process where I come bring it in, and if you guys have questions, and then, HR would do a journal entry. Well, today I'd like to do both because we missed the 1 week. If you have any questions on the job description, this is basically somebody who's gonna be relieving a lot of the things that I do. Like those 20 resolutions from last week, I think it took me 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, somebody that's experiencing doing them makes all the difference in the world. And then I can work on the actual
I'm glad you're.
hard
And
stuff.
Is this a full-time position, Joanne?
This is, we're we had, Terry, who's now going to be retiring in May. So this person is gonna learn the backup to Mike on the mail machine as well. Becky had already left. And then part of all of this, I think, also stemmed from the fact that when Tom left, we didn't replace him.
Right.
We kind of split up the work, and I thought,
You're
let's see
really
how that
down to
goes.
Two full-time, two part-timers and the
Right.
full-time you never
Yeah.
replaced.
And the thing about it is, I guess, you know, we all kind of got fooled, at least I did, with the COVID business, because some things slowed way down.
Yeah.
Even though we worked through it all, but now
Now
I
it's
can
picking
see
up.
there's a resurge of everything. And
Yes.
the people I'm talking to, can you come and talk to me about this project, that project? And we want to make sure we can get them going this year.
So I noticed her.
So if you're okay with that,
Yeah.
then before you adjourn today or after me, we would want to do a journal entry saying, we're going to let HR go ahead and get the paperwork ready and post the job, because
Absolutely.
Terry's leaving May 14th, I believe it is, and I want to
Okay.
get somebody down there
So
on
we need a
the mail
journal
piece.
entry today?
Yes.
Approving the job description for
Yes.
the office manager
Right.
for internal services.
Yeah, and I think we're
Okay.
going to try internally first,
Oh, okay.
because I think there's people out there that I've got rumors that are interested, which would be wonderful. Especially if they have Munis background, that's what I'm
Oh,
looking
yes.
for in particular.
Great.
All right, that sounds good. The next piece, I had hoped to have more answers from our vendors regarding some of those big projects. The one that did come back was the one that I talked to you about last week, was the Justice Center roof. They were able to get out and do their core sampling, and it is now perceived to be at the higher end. It's going to be like roughly $905,000 for that roof to be
Middle
redone.
building?
Pardon me?
Is that
No,
the-
the Justice
The
Center.
Justice Center, the jail, the whole area out there, except the new part, the new,
Oh, my.
and one thing that a vendor pointed out to us is that, you know, OSB board, that, you know, when they go up and they're checking on roofs, if the board underneath has to be replaced, you know, right now, or last year, it was $14,
Yeah.
it's up to 40 this year.
Oh, yeah.
So that is impacting that cost, but that's the only one right now that I have like an update on for you. We definitely will have to get an engineering firm or whatever, you know, in line for that, just like everything we did yesterday. I had a wonderful meeting with the sheriff and the jail administrator and Sherry. I looked at their request that they had sent in about areas within the jail that they, or the admin side that they want to do. And really, they want to make good use of all of their areas that right now had been designed for something else. He's got different ideas. He wants to be able to build out into that huge lobby, which makes perfect sense. It was a great meeting. I mean, it was an hour and a half, but I got really a good experience on exactly what they're trying to do, moving things around to where it'll be more workable. You know Valerie, that always did the sheriff's sale? Well, and how she's, okay.
Roxanne?
They're planning on doing their civil thing there, so, you know, you're not out in the weather standing reading this, and I'm like, makes perfect sense.
Sure
And they
is.
have the room to do it, that's the other side of the coin, so, I told them the next step for me though is gonna get an architect, we'll have to get somebody out there who can decide whether some of these walls are load bearing, but he's got hallways stuck here between areas that, if it wasn't there, it would be a much usable space for him. And I'm thinking, you know, back in the day when it was designed in the 90s, it's all different.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be working on that with them to get that going because there's no reason not to, I don't think, to proceed. We need to get some kind of a cost figure from
Yeah.
someone so that you guys are gonna know what it's gonna be. But
That roof, is that something, the architect, we're gonna move forward before it gets even worse than it is?
no, yeah, we have to do the roof this year there,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So I just wanted to give you, you know, because we were here and last week it could be 731,000 up to 900 and whatever, depending on what they found when they did their, and of course, our luck, they found the higher end, right? So,
But that's the original roof on that.
absolutely. I mean, we've done
25
repairs or
years
whatever,
old.
but it's to a point now. And that was
At the end of its life.
92, so it's,
29
It's
years.
time.
you know, we got our money's worth out of it, I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
yeah. And I wanna say too, before I go any further, if you've not been out there to see the new flooring, it is beautiful. It turned out wonderful. And I couldn't believe it, you know, cause I didn't go out there since it'd been
That stuff
done.
is so much better than linoleum or
The
tiles.
the
Yeah.
tile squares that were popping up everywhere and
Yeah.
causing, you know, I mean, it's wonderful
Those
looking,
types of
so.
floors are good.
Easily maintained too, and I thought, oh, that's a good
Lasts for
sign.
25, 30 years.
All right, I'm sorry to keep
That's okay.
No, that's
running on.
good stuff.
So I guess next we want to talk then on the resolutions. The first one is for the county EMA department.
Board of Commission, that one?
Is there
First one,
anything you
anything
wanna
else to
add
to
on that?
No, I
Okay.
worked with Ryan to
We-
get the
we talked-
specs.
okay,
He's
good.
got grant money that he's
Yeah.
planning on
Yeah.
using for
Okay.
this.
Board of Commissioners approves the specifications and set bid date for the purchase of a 2021 or newer Class 3 medium truck for use of Portage County Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management Services.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes.
Board of Commissioners authorize the Portage County Engineer to participate in Ohio Department of Transportation Annual Road Salt Bid 01822 for 2021-2022 winter season.
Second.
Roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes.
Board of Commissioners accept the bid for Ozark Materials LLC for furnishing acrylic water-based traffic paint for the use of Portage County Engineer.
Second.
Roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes.
Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of the agreement between Portage County Board of Commissioners and the Portage County Regional Planning Commission for the purpose of administrative and coordination as it is related to the execution and responsibility of Portage County Stormwater District Septic and Assistance Program.
Second.
Roll call?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes.
In accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22G1, motion to enter into executive session, consider employment of a public employee.
Compensation.
Compensation, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll second. Roll call?
Tony,
Yes.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Vicky.
Yes.